It's Monday.
Let's catch up a little bit. Last week we were out of town.
We were.
We took our daughter JoJo to Disney World for her 10th birthday.
We did. It was really fun.
Which
Special.
people were like, man, you guys go all out for birthdays. No, we don't.
We do not.
It was just the one. Typically, we give our kids a budget for their birthday.
Well, we only do birthday parties every other year. So odd year birthdays, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, whatever, they get a birthday party if they want it. They can have a birthday party within the budget we give them, or they can take a gift. But the birthday party, if we do a birthday party, that is their gift from us. They don't get like
birthday party and gifts.
They don't wake up to a present.
No, because it's a set amount of money. And then we took her and then went out of town Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then I went to Miami. You came home. So we've been away from one another for just a few days. But then church and thank you. And back at it. Here we are. We worked out this morning together, which was fun. Do you like working out with me?
I do now.
You didn't.
I used to not. I've become a more submissive wife in my older years, and
you say wild things. What does submission have to do with working out together?
Because sometimes you correct me in my form, and I used to be very combative. I'm less combative, and I just am like, okay, because I used to be like, no, I'm not doing that, and you're like, yes, you are, and I'm like, you did the same thing, and you're like, no, I didn't, and I'm like, I'm watching you, but I'm just like, I just follow your lead. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good. It was a good workout. It was fun. Yeah, but you say things like that are just like makes me. I think people think that I'm like at home, like you will submit, woman, and do the bench press the right way. If you do not bench press the way I tell you to,
you're not like that. You've actually never told me to submit to you.
Yeah, I've never been like, thou shalt submit.
You make it easy for me to be a submissive wife.
Yeah, praise God.
We do.
When is the submission going to begin, though? Like truly.
Okay, that is a wild thing to say. That's a wild.
Okay, well, happy Monday. We had a good workout.
It started today when I was doing that one workout,
Yeah, the single arm rows.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you were like, scoot all the way. It was so awkward. And I was like, this is not how my personal trainer, who I used to work out with, told me to do it. But I did it. I did it the way you said.
Okay, this is how you were doing single arm rows. I'm getting up. Okay, here we go. We got the camera here. Here's the angle. You were like leaned over. Doing. You were like up here.
He's so dramatic.
And then you were like doing half things, just like little arms.
No.
I just threw the production crew. You have to go all the way down and then come up. Okay, that's fun. Okay, there's a rant. Sorry.
That's what I'm like. Okay.
I
did it.
So
we worked out,
and then
I do enjoy. To answer your question, I don't think I ever answered that. I do enjoy working out with you.
Yeah, I enjoy working out with you
because
as well.
I like just like you have the workouts. I just do what you say, and I don't have to think about it.
Yeah, but I also like working out with you because I can kind of flirt with you throughout the whole time, and it's fun.
That is fun.
Yeah. Okay, so Monday podcast today. It's Monday. I'm feeling great. I hope you are too. If you're listening, today we're actually going to go down like the most common questions people have around marriage and dating, and we're just gonna there's 8 of them, and so we're actually going to split this up into a 2-part episode.
Okay.
So questions 1 through 4 this episode, and then questions 5 through 8 the next one. And so we're going to jump in right away. Is that fun? You want to do that? Let's jump in and pull the questions up.
So fun. I love it.
And basically we'll banter back and forth. Let's start with the first one. This is a pretty common question, which is like, how do I know if I've found the one? So this is maybe they're dating, and they're asking themselves the question, have I found the one? What would you respond to that? How would you give them advice?
Oh. Can you cross off everything you wrote on your list when you were in 8th grade in your journal? All 25 things that he had.
Wait, did you do that?
Can you cross them off? 1,000%.
You wrote a list?
Yes. That's what we were always told to do. Write a list. Right?
What was something on your list?
Oh gosh.
Did I meet then? Am I?
Oh, I changed my list so many times.
Did you meet me and then change your list?
I didn't
and
have a
write
list when I met you. I was like,
You'd given up. You're like,
I
forget this.
had, I had kind of thought, man, I don't know that there's anybody that's going to meet my expectations. So I'm going to be stuck with insert person's name here.
Okay, so, but let's go back to the one. How does someone know if they found the one? Is that a right question to ask? What advice would you give to someone asking that question right now? Are they the one, or will I ever find my one? Help me understand. Like, what would you say?
I have a different way of thinking than probably even most Christian kids were raised, because a lot of people are raised to think like there's only one person for you, right?
Yeah.
Like there's only one person that could be. So you better really pray hard and find the right needle in the haystack,
Yeah.
or else.
But also doesn't, I know this is an old worn path, but doesn't all of the stories and TV shows and movies, and doesn't that all kind of convey that?
Yeah.
Like there's this like serendipitous moment, and I've met this person who, is my Prince Charming or whatever that is. And then there's like the pressure that sometimes comes from the context of like, you got to find, if they're not the one that the Lord has for you.
So much pressure.
It's like, whoa.
So fast forward, I would say they become the one when you make them the one. So when you get married, they are the one, whether you are happy with your decision or not, they are the one. But I think, if you're a believer, are they following the Lord and actively pursuing him and taking steps closer to him to better themselves in their relationship with him? Do you have similar values and what is important to you, whether it be like, working out or spending time with family, how many kids you want? That's important. So I would say those are two things. Do you have similar interests? Values and interests are very different. Do you have similar interests? That could be a good common ground for you for like hanging out and connecting with each other. Are they attractive?
Yeah, I think are they attractive is important. Like, am I attracted to them? Are they the most attractive person I know? Maybe not. And I think that's the challenge sometimes is, why are you? No, I'm saying like
hypothetically for somebody else.
Yeah. Do I think that you're a wonderfully attractive woman? Do I think that you are the most beautiful, objectively woman in the world? Probably not.
That's crazy.
How is that crazy? Am I the most objectively handsome person in the world? Like, I'm sure some Turkish guy who's 6'4", tall, dark, and handsome, and has a great hairline is more objectively handsome than me. Yeah, I'm sure Brad Pitt with his hair plugs. I'm sure Matthew McConaughey is more object. Idris Elba is more objectively handsome than me.
I don't know.
But I'm saying, no, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like I've just dug a grave, y'all. But I feel like there's guys that are like, they're waiting for this objective
supermodel.
And I even think there's women that do the same thing.
Totally.
They want the objectively most handsome man rather than, do I find this person attractive? So what I would say, and then we'll move to the next question on the one. I think if you are searching for the one, it creates a really unfair dilemma for you once you get married. Because the minute your marriage gets on the rocks,
it's really good.
You start thinking, I missed it. They're not the one for me. I need to divorce them and go find the other one. And I think if someone's asking the question, are you looking for the one? I think the one becomes when you simply go, I'm deciding they are.
Yes.
I'm making they are the one. I'm making them the one that I'm going to commit to. I'm going to basically do life with them. We're going to do it through thick and thin, up and down, good and bad. They are my one, and I'm making a covenant with them.
Totally. And that happens when you get married, but or just before, but I think a lot of women settle that prematurely. I'm making them the one, and they ignore so many red flags
Oh, right. Yeah.
that they
Yeah.
shouldn't ignore.
Well, typically that happens if they sleep together really early.
Absolutely, 100%.
So like the minute you sleep with him, the minute
Put
that
some
you,
blinders on your eyes.
well, yeah, then you just become like, you can't see. So the challenge with like dating and then jumping in bed with somebody is, okay, so God created sex to fuse two souls together. It's like this deep form of intimacy. So it's like soul welding.
Yeah.
I'm welding my soul to you to become one. It's this, and then when someone like, okay, we went on, like, what's the formula now? Let me know in the comments. Date 3 is when you sleep with him.
Oh,
Yeah, like that's a pretty common,
gosh.
like in the dating world and all that kind of stuff. Maybe 4, maybe date 5. It's like, okay, it's this.
No, nobody's going to put that in the comments.
Oh, I know, but like somebody.
Please don't put that in the comments.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm saying,
me.
but I'm saying there is like this standard pressure
Yeah, sure.
in the dating space to be like, by date
crazy.
3, by date 4, we need to sleep together,
That's crazy.
which is
For sexual chemistry to make sure it's there? Or?
yeah, like make sure it's there, make sure it works. And then the problem is then because you sleep together, you're emotionally like connected to that person, and then you miss the red flags.
Yep.
And just for the guy, like, why would the guy marry you if he gets what he wants?
Yep.
But that's a whole other topic. Okay, spicy. Next question. Does marriage ever actually get easier? Do you want me to go on that one, or do you want to take that?
Ahead.
I think it depends. Like for some people, no, it doesn't get easier because they don't know how to help their marriage get easier. For others, absolutely marriage gets easier. I think for us, marriage has gotten easier.
I think men and women come into marriage with 2 different perspectives. And women come in thinking the man will change. Like,
Yeah.
oh, there's these certain things that he does that annoys me or that I just cannot deal with when we're dating, but it'll be different when we get married.
Yeah.
I can fix him or he'll change. And then men think that women won't ever change. So
Yeah.
they're going to be the spontaneous adventure sex kitten or whatever they were before they were married.
It's not a bad idea.
Okay. And they're going to be the same person after they get married. And that's not true.
Right.
We do change.
Why do y'all? Because like that's kind of like a bait and switch.
Okay. Let's not. That's
It's
not
kind of
this
like
episode.
flirty and fun and all that kind of stuff. And then we get married and it's like headaches and tired and baggy t-shirts. What happens?
I don't know.
Life.
Somebody tell us in the comments.
I'm kidding. I'm realistic. I'm having fun. I'll speak to that in a minute, but go ahead.
I can't speak to that personally. That's not my experience. Can't relate. So, wait, what was the question?
Does marriage actually get easier?
So we come in with these 2 different perspectives and it just stays very difficult because this man is not changing like I thought he was going to change, right? And then you grow as a couple, you evolve as people. I'm not the same woman I was when we got married almost 20 years ago. So instead of evolving with each other, we kind of stay stuck and we stay perpetually frustrated with the same things. But I think it does get easier if you continue to grow together and you're growing at the same time, but you're also growing towards each other.
Yeah.
And doing tune-ups when you need to do tune-ups. Seeing a counselor when things get a little bit rocky or when things get a little bit stale.
Even seeing a counselor when things are healthy.
Yeah.
I think marriage gets easier the more you're willing to accept the fact that your spouse is going to expose and identify significant character flaws. And inadequacies and brokenness.
Yeah.
So some of us, we carry brokenness from our family and just in our life that we bring into a marriage. So there's insecurity, or there's pride, or there's fear, or there's anger. Well, you're going to expose that. You're going to see that and identify that. And I think that's why in the covenant, for better or for worse, it's not just circumstantially. It's, I get the worst of you, like the worst, and you get the worst of me.
Yeah.
And marriage gets better the more we lean into that. And if you're a Christian here, the more we lean into, man, I need the Holy Spirit to deal with me and purify me and help me, because my wife has seen the worst of me. And that's the most beautiful part of a marriage, is because you're committed to me, right? We're in covenant. I'm not talking about infidelity. I'm talking about where when you see the worst of me, but yet you still choose to love me and help me through that, that's when marriage gets better. Yeah. And we have a saying that we've started using a lot of, let's do it for the fruit. Every time there's a challenge in your marriage and tension around your marriage, oftentimes there's fruit on the other side if you do it the right way. Yeah. And if you lean into that and go, okay, so my issue is sometimes I get kind of snappy and angry, and you would go, I don't feel like I can be myself because I'm scared I'm going to say something that's going to set you off. I can either take that as going, like, you just need to stop being so sensitive, right? Or I can go, okay, I have to ask the Lord, why do I have a hair trigger? Why do I get so angry? Why is there not grace and joy that the Holy Spirit offers me that I can be that in my marriage? You get moody and kind of like, you'll be kind of in a funk, and I'll be like, what's wrong? And you're like, nothing. How many husbands, you're like, wives, you're like, hey, what's wrong? And they're like, nothing. And then all of a sudden 3 days later you pay for it.
I'm probably the only one. That's crazy.
Probably the only one. But I'm saying, like, even being able to go, hey, I noticed this. Yeah. So I think marriage gets easier. Like you're saying, yes, there does has to be that growth level. But it's through those challenging and processing, working through
with it. The, like, do it for the fruit. What's the fruit of it? What's the fruit that would come out of doing this, having this fight the right way, or communicating this the right way? But it's like, we're constantly, I say this a lot when I'm talking with moms about, like, kind of constantly recalibrating, because seasons change so quickly and nothing really stays the same for very long. But even in marriage, we're constantly reevaluating. So even at the gym this morning, or after the gym, when I got home,
after school drop off,
I was just kind of in a funk.
You're kind of irritated.
I was a little irritated, and you could tell. And usually you would go like, are you in a mood? And that just sends me, like, those words send me over the edge.
Yeah. I don't know why you never listen to me, because I tell you to relax all the time. And you never relax.
Don't tell me that.
Just chill.
Calm down. Don't say that. Just chill. And I'm just
Find your peace.
But you were like, hey, I got a little snippy, and you were like, hey. Bring it down.
I was like, whoa.
And I was like, you're right. I got a little tootie right there. And then you were like, why did that work? And we evaluated. Here's why I felt like that worked for me. Like, I didn't get set off. You didn't get set off. And we're kind of in a season of constantly reevaluating, because we got a little, like,
I think people don't autopsy the good.
Yeah.
When things go good.
Autopsy is a great word.
Like, okay, post the event, or post it like, hey, today was a really great day. Why was today so good?
We spend a lot of time autopsying the bad when we fight, and like, you did this and you did that. But why was today so good? Why did we not get in a fight when we normally would have, like, kind of gone at each other?
I think if more marriages spent more time autopsying the good than the bad, they would see their marriage get easier, because they would start to recognize the healthy patterns. And then I would recognize, oh, if I do this, my wife is actually really happy. And then crazy, I can sometimes maybe get what I want. I know we're not doing it, but I'm saying, like, it's the circular.
She's going to meet my needs. He's going to meet my needs.
Yeah. And even if it's not, okay, those particular needs were met that night, it's still an environment that's a really healthy environment, that's happy, that's easy. and fruitful. Okay, so next
that was a good clip.
next question is, and I think this is number 3. We won't hit on this long because we did a whole podcast about it last week, but just briefly, how much fighting is normal? I think what I would say is this.
I can't answer that.
We'll just hit this as a quick. How much fighting is normal is that what I would say is, number 1, if there's no fighting ever, I'm super suspicious about that. Because that means one of you you're probably not talking about like the actual things that maybe where there's dysfunction. Like you're 2 humans living in the same house, sleeping in the same bed, sharing a bathroom. Like there's going to be little things that create tension. However, if you're always fighting and you're dating, like maybe break up. Like take a pause for 6 months. Like, should we be fighting all the time 6 months in? Like we're just dating. And then I would say, if you're always fighting as a marriage, you guys just don't know how to communicate.
You need to bring in a third party to help.
You need to bring in a third party. So if you're never fighting, that's like hang on. And if you're always fighting, you obviously don't know how to communicate. You need a referee. And usually a good Christian counselor is a referee. Yeah. Okay, question 4. Last question in this portion is, what is the biggest red flag people ignore before marriage? I got a few.
Go ahead.
I think the number 1 is like maybe red flag, yellow flag is they're not good financial stewards.
Oh yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest challenges people bring into a marriage is their financial fitness, if you will. Because typically what happens is somebody is usually a little bit better in finances and someone's usually not so good in finances. Typically, I'm not saying that happens every time. And then if you don't have a really honest conversation in your engagement period about your financial, like where are you actually at? How much debt? Like I know couples who, I mean, they're already like seen one of the buck naked, but don't know how much debt the other one's in. And it's like, bro,
should be a requirement. Show me your bank account.
I think before someone gets married, there should be a full financial understanding of here's where I'm sharing my life.
It would be a deal breaker for me.
It would absolutely be a deal breaker. If all of a sudden we're dating and you don't want to show me your...
Well, even if you were like in a ton of debt and had really bad, you weren't on a path to get out of debt, it would be a deal breaker for me.
Yeah, if like I was $100,000 in debt and had a $320 credit score, that's an issue for me. Another red flag. What's a red flag for you?
I would say a red flag for me is if they don't have friends, like a solid friend group. I don't know. I just feel like if you don't have a solid friend group, people that you're like doing life with, then you're probably an isolated person, and you don't have somebody outside of me, you know, that you can talk to about serious issues. Yeah. Like that.
Deal breaker for me would be, red flag is they don't actually own their own faith. So I see unfortunately, a lot of females try to convince their boyfriend to be a Christian. And because it's like, they know I want a Christian man. And so what they do is they end up marrying a nominally Christian man. Like he has a Instagram scripture, but he's a jabroni. And he's a sinner and he's unrepentant. And therefore he's unredeemed. And if someone is not, if an individual is not, they do not have their own independent walk with the Lord, and they follow Christ because it's their conviction, it's their belief, not because this girl wants to, man, I got to be a Christian to, you know what I mean? Yep. So I think that's, and I'm so surprised at how many really good Christian, what I would say, even in our church, where I'm like, like, what are you doing missionary dating? And it's like, they're just desperate and they think they can convince him. And the problem is the minute he gets married, like, he's not gonna,
No, because I didn't have to.
You didn't have to.
A red flag for me, and this is kind of not superficial, but a red flag for me would be that he doesn't plan any dates or hangouts, take initiative when you're dating.
Why is that a big deal for you?
Because if he's not taking the initiative now, then he's not going to do that in marriage.
Yeah.
And I feel undervalued. Like, I'm not special enough for you to put extra time and intentionality into making an outing or a date special for me.
Yeah.
That'd be a red flag.
Cool.
What's some other like funny red flags? Like,
if I have never seen her without makeup, that's a red flag for me.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see you without makeup. We're going swimming.
Yeah, there's makeup.
There's waterproof makeup. Yeah. Okay, I want to see you without makeup.
Okay.
Because like, I have to wake up to you in the morning.
Yeah.
And I want to see you without makeup. Is that a weird one?
No.
All right.
That's valid.
Red flag for me is their car is trash.
I was gonna say that the car.
If their car is just like a bomb went off, it literally looks like the Gaza Strip. No political pun intended. Eric. But like it's.
Dear Lord.
Like, because some people's car you get in, you're like, dear, what happened here?
Did you see my car when we were dating? Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Was it messy?
No.
My parents would disagree with that.
Yeah, but your parents also like detail their car every week.
And my parents have really clean cars.
Yeah, like they don't have. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. They have
another one for you.
Oh gosh. Oh, if their room's a mess.
Yeah. So just like a messy person.
Yeah, like a messy person.
Yeah.
I would say also like how they treat their parents,
mm-hmm.
like their relationship with their parents.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times, not always, because that relationship can be broken and flawed and it can be on the parent side. But if they don't have a relationship, like an open, honest relationship with their parents, like just thinking ahead in the future of how your family interactions are going to be.
Yeah.
Unless they're, like I said, there's like a reason and they're open about that.
Yeah.
But you marry the whole family.
Yeah.
So.
But here's what I would say about red flags, and we can end this section, is there's definitely red flags that you don't listen to. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing. Every married couple, they're going to experience red flags in their marriage.
Yeah.
Like, there's no avoiding all the red flags.
Yeah, like you keep clothes on the floor. I keep them on the bathtub. You keep them on the floor. That's a red flag. But unfortunately.
It's a red flag? Or like a yellow, I feel like that's a yellow one.
Well.
But my point
there's a couple things that would be like orange flags.
My point is there's marriage is hard enough.
Yeah.
If there are clear and obvious signs before, like just know whatever you see, there's at least 8 more. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. So
and whatever annoys you in the slightest when you're dating is going to annoy you.
You were annoyed with me when we dated?
No, I'm talking about the people watching.
What was? Okay.
I wasn't annoyed with you dating. That's not what I'm saying. But if there's things where you're like, I do not like that about him.
Right.
Like that's not going to
grow.
Change after you get married. He's not going to stop having that weird tick that you can't stand that he does when you go out to eat. Sweet. Hypothetically speaking. Am I the most beautiful girl in the world to you, or am I not?
You are. I find you the most beautiful woman in the world. Okay. Do I think that you are the most physically, objectively, the most beautiful woman in the world?
Just keep it to the first sentence.
No, but that's unrealistic.
Okay.
There are more people out there that are more objectively.
Here's what I think is a green flag. If he is telling you you are the most beautiful girl in the world, green flag, go.
You're the most beautiful woman in the world beyond just the physical. Everything about you makes you beautiful. Your spirit, your personality, your laugh, the way your hair smells. Like, you are a beautiful woman and I love you.
Cut.
But that does not mean that you're the most objectively beautiful woman in the world.
Don't let him say anything else.
Thanks for tuning into the Monday podcast. Let us know maybe if you have some questions that we didn't get to. We're going to be filming part 2 here in just a minute. And so I hope you stay tuned because we got 4 more questions to get through. You can always follow us on Instagram on the Monday podcast and give us a like. Hey, and if you like this, send it to somebody. Maybe somebody would enjoy listening to a real conversation about marriage, family, and life and faith. So, peace.